What up, y'all? Manhood is here, huh? Yeah, Manhood is a faith-filled YouTube series that is created for men and those who love them. This is just me following an unction from God and some of my sons and mentees around the world and say, yo, we need a conversation that speaks directly to men in the season that we're in. And because I'm a firm believer that manhood is modeled, then I just believe that if we can speak to men and men can become an example to model for other men, right? So this idea about manhood is also rooted and grounded in the fact that because of the absence of men's voices in a lot of scenarios, then we have a missing male perspective. So I want to speak directly to men and also to people who love them. I hope that this biblical principles and biblical truths will provide some insight and revelation and understanding to you. We about to jump right in to manhood. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Because we are the church. Brothers, lift up a shout.
Manhood, a new YouTube series by Dr. Jermone Glenn. For men and the people who love them. Tune in live on YouTube at 7 a.m. Central or watch anytime on YouTube at Jermone Glenn.
All right, so the first episode today we're going to get into is the question was asked, how do you find a mentor when you have no network, right? Because manhood is modeled, then it's important that you can see it, then you can be it. So if I can see what it is that I'm after, then I can become it. And a lot of times just being in the right atmosphere, in the right environment provides you the necessary ingredients in order for you to find your identity and feel empowered to execute on the level that you were created. So we're going to talk today about how you can find a mentor if you feel like you have no network. All right. So I want to welcome everybody to JG Community. This is your first time here. This manhood series is providing practical tips and biblical principles. And then we're going to make some proclamations and declarations concerning your life. And so let's lean into this. Share something, say something, subscribe, let somebody know that we out here. All right, let's get into it. Number one, how do I find a mentor when I feel like I have no network? Seek guidance in prayer. The first thing that you do is seek guidance in prayer, right? So God is the ultimate father, and he's always looking to give you revelation and insight concerning your future. Biblically, you can see how God speaks directly to men all the time, pulling them, calling them, directing them, leading them, guiding them, giving them revelation and insight about who they are and what it is he wants them to do. So when you are looking for direction, speak directly to God. Seek guidance in prayer. Prayer is a two-way conversation. It's not just you got to feel like you eloquent or inadequate in your conversation or your language with God. Man, just tell God the truth of your heart, the matters of your heart, and then spend as much time in prayer listening as you do speaking. All right. So start by asking God daily for wisdom. Just God, give me wisdom, give me clarity on who I am, what my approach is supposed to be, where I'm supposed to be, where I'm supposed to look, who are you sending my way that is a good model for the path or the plan that you have for me. So seek God in prayer. James 1:5 says, if anybody lacks wisdom, all they got to do is ask God, who gives generously without finding fault, and it will be given to you. So wisdom is your portion. So ask God for wisdom. I decree and declare and proclaim over your life that God is aligning you properly with the right people and the right time, that he's going to give you the people in place that will be a great mentor. Number two, start with where you are. So many of us have destination addiction of where we're trying to go and where we're trying to be and what we're trying to do, that we're so focused on the destination that we miss the lessons that we're supposed to learn right where you are. Look to your left, look to your right. Who's at work? Who's on the gym? Who is in the areas that you desire to be? Start right where you are. If God has a place that he wants you to be, he's literally already got you where you belong. You just need a revelation of who's around you so you can know what to do. So look within your current environment your workplace, your church, your community, your friendships, your relationship circles, right? This is the opportunity for you to grow. There's an axiom that says bloom where you're planted, right? You don't need to uproot yourself or be in some other space. Just look around you where you are, and this is already prime opportunity where you can grow. Relationships grow where you're already planted. Y'all got that? Relationships grow where you're already planted, so you don't need to necessarily break out of where you are as much as you need to look around your present environment and start right where you are. Join a small group. Can't find a small group? Start a small group, right? Join a ministry, volunteer, help mentor some other young men, get around what it is that you need to do, right? These are opportunities for you to connect naturally so you don't feel like you're trying to force a fit, all right? Biblical principle, Zechariah 4:10 says, do not despise small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. So don't think that where you are is not enough and who you're around is not enough, man. David went into the cave of Adullam, and while he was there, everybody that was around him was in debt, discouraged, and discontent, right? They were the broke down dudes. But when David got in the cave with them, by the time he came out of the cave, these were the king's men. When he came into his kingdom, these were the men he trusted, the men he anointed, the men that he empowered, because they were in the cave with him, and his responsibility was to develop. Don't leave the area that you in because you think is underdeveloped. Maybe the challenge that God has for you and as a man is to develop the men that are around you as your network and as your circle. So do not despise a small beginning or being underestimated, right? I decree and declare that you will maximize every opportunity where you're supposed to grow and where you're supposed to connect with others. Come on, type that down and say, I will maximize every opportunity where I am supposed to grow and connect with others. I won't miss no more moments. I won't miss no connections, being shy, being afraid to speak up. I'm not falling for that, all right? So identify in your environment leaders, people that you can see. Manhood is modeled. People that you can see that you want to be like. Everybody's got a dark side. Everybody's got an area of undevelopment. So don't discount or discredit anybody for their flesh or their weaknesses. Highlight the strengths in somebody and mark that person and then go after them, all right? And then getting next to them or finding a way to serve creates proximity and open doors for opportunities for mentorship. So start where you are. Again, we're talking about how do I find a mentor when I feel like I have no network? Number 3, the last one, I told you won't be long, but it will be strong. The last practical tip is serve where you want to be. In other words, get around where you're going. All right. Get around where you're going. If you see somebody excelling in a particular area that you desire to do, get around that. Get around where you're going. Serve into what it is that you desire to become, right? These are great opportunities. Identify leaders in your city, in your community, in your neighborhood, fathers, husbands, mentors, teachers, people that excel in areas where you want to grow in. Identify these leaders in these environments that inspire you and find ways to serve. Find ways to do what they're doing and get around where you're going. Serving automatically creates proximity and opens doors for mentorship. People will say, oh, yo, what's that dude now? Oh, you know, he was helping down at the food pantry. He was on the block mentoring the shorties. He was doing the this and the that, right? That's the guy that helps you develop into what the next person that you're supposed to be, all right? So that's the practical tip to get around where you're going. Biblical, Mark 10:45 says it like this: for even the Son of Man did not come to serve, but be served, right? We can't all be famous, but we can all be great, because the greatest ones is the one that serves. Find your gift, develop it, and serve it to the world. So giving of yourself and giving yourself to the idea that you want to become or who you want to be around in this atmosphere gives you a proximity for you to be developed. All right. So make sure that you serve and get around where you're going. My proclamation is you will serve in excellence and humility, knowing it will position you for growth and mentorship. Come on, say that. I will serve in excellence and humility because I know it positions me for growth and mentorship. So no man is an island. No man is alone. Purpose is independent, but it's also interdependent, which means if you're going to develop and become the man that God wants you to be, it's going to take iron sharpening iron and another man helping to see your blind spots, to see your weaknesses and develop. All right. So get out of your box, get out of feeling shy, playing it low, playing it quiet. Everybody has a network because God never leaves you with nothing. He just need a revelation of what it is that you have. So quick recap, just so you remember, all right? Remember, start with your guidance and prayer. Ask God to give you wisdom. Start where you are and serve where you want to be. Start with guidance and prayer. Start where you are and serve where you want to be. All right? I hope this was good for you. You learned something because manhood is what? It's modeled, all right? So I invite everybody to continue to chat in the comments, share this, give me some feedback. Let me know what else you want to know. Let me know if this was good for you. I encourage you, if you got ideas that you want to share, inbox me, send them to me. Send this to another man that could benefit from this conversation, all right? Let's make a final proclamation and declaration. I will seek wisdom. Come on, type it on the screen. I will maximize my current opportunities. Come on, I will serve with excellence to position myself for mentorship, right? And I just pray in Jesus' name that God would open your eyes and show you what you do not or did not see. I pray for clarity, I pray for courage, and I pray for your connections. Type that. I pray for clarity, I pray for courage, and I pray for your connections. I can't wait to join you next week. Remember, tag somebody, tell somebody. It's going to be every Monday morning at the top of your day, and then you can watch it all week, watch it again and again, pull nuggets, comments, share, like, communicate, right? And if you want to sow, there's an opportunity to what? Sow where you grow, because that is how we get to grow. You can sow a seed, any type of seed that you want to sow. Share, sow. It's all on the bottom of the screen. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope this is helping you. Welcome to manhood. It's the real hood. All right, let's go. Peace.